Welcome back, guys. Literally, let's go. We are doing this special edition sports interview to talk about the end of the 2025 MLB season, which is crazy to believe that it's here. And literally, the World Series is over. The Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2025 World Series champions. And literally, I'm wearing my Shohei Ohtani jersey. I am pumped up, and I'm really happy for them because they deserve to win. They fought all the way back to win games 6 and 7, and they won the World Series. And literally, Will Smith hit a clutch home run to give the Dodgers a 5-4 lead, which I made that prediction right in extras. And literally my goodness, it was an amazing game. It was an amazing way to end the series and end the season with 7 games of a World Series we haven't seen since 2019. And my friend Randy is going to explain his thoughts on the World Series and the end of the 2025 season. And also, literally congratulations to Clayton Kershaw on finishing a Hall of Fame career with over 3,052 strikeouts and over 250 wins and over 11 All-Stars, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, and a MVP and a Triple Crown Award winner and a Gold Glove Award winner. You deserve it, Clayton. You deserve it. And literally you were an amazing leader on and off the field. You never gave up. You never stopped winning, and you never stopped playing. And you literally followed the same thing as Derek Jeter would have done, which was win as a champion and leave as a champion. And literally, that was the best way you could end your career, winning a World Series. And literally Ohtani is definitely going to win the NL MVP for his amazing season. And also, Cal Riley or Aaron Judge will win the AL MVP. And we will see that in late November when they announce it. And also, literally it's hard to believe the 2025 MLB season is over. And literally this was an amazing series, my honest opinion, because the Blue Jays were an amazing team. They were the best comeback playing team ever. And it was their first World Series since 1992. And also, the Dodgers were looking to be the first team to repeat as champions for the first time in MLB since 25 years. It's insane that it took that long. And I want to say congrats to the Los Angeles Dodgers on an incredible season. You guys have created a dynasty team. And I admit that. It's true. You guys have done it. And also literally I want to say the Dodgers are the best team in baseball. If you want to win the World Series, you got to go through them. And literally they could win back to back to back. So will the Dodgers win another World Series in 2026 to be back to back to back? They could do it. So literally I want to say congrats to the Los Angeles Dodgers, and I want to say congrats to the Blue Jays on an amazing season. You guys did show everyone that you are the best team in the American League. You played better baseball than everyone, and you played better offensive baseball, and you played better literally defense. You guys never gave up. And here's my friend Randy to discuss all the cool stuff about the baseball season, the World Series, and everything else. Friend Randy.
Hi, this is me. I'm black asleep from coming home from 4 in the morning from an overnight while doing a triple-double at my job. Also, you might have saw me on the freaking live while I was at work watching the World Series while I was working. So I hope you enjoyed the world tour of my job and what I do. Okay, to the point conclusion, okay, I felt like it was a crazy World Series because the Blue Jays, who had a drought of being World Series since 1992, 1993, which is the year before I was born, and actually 1993 was the year someone that we know that comes from the lives with us on the World Series this whole time. She was born in 93, and then we're around the same time of the age. So she's 31, I'm 30, so I'm going to be 31. And actually, oh, God, dude, this is insane. My birthday's in such a crazy timing right now, dude.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday's coming up on the 29th of this month, so I'll be 31. So, yeah.
But you were saying about the Dodgers and Blue Jays.
Okay, yeah. So my great-grandfather, which is my grandma's father, he is a Canadian native. He was born in Canada. He came to the United States as an immigrant and became as a citizen. So don't say anything is not possible. You can do anything you put your mind to it.
That's true.
I have to give a shout-out to Kershaw, or whatever.
Clayton Kershaw.
Congratulations on your final World Series win. Good luck with the future of your life, and I wish you the best. This is not goodbye forever. It's goodbye for now until you come back as a Hall of Famer and get your nice jacket and get your nice statue in L.A. Hopefully L.A. puts a nice, good statue for you for everything that you've done for the L.A. Dodgers. Canada, got no words else to say. Like, you had a fighting battle. You did not give up. I may have said some stuff on the live and got some restrictions. My bad. But we're just having a good time, just playing baseball, having some trash talk. Like, you know how sports are. You know how boys are, having trash talk when you're watching sports, whatever, being competitive. But
that's true.
Yeah, even though you're part of the American League, you're not part of our states. But I have to say, Canada, you showed a lot of potential in the World Series. A lot. You put heart, dynasty, and actually confidence in what you had to do. You showed what John Cena would say in wrestling: hustle, loyalty, and respect, and you never gave up. You had a phenomenal defense, a phenomenal offense. You won Game 1. You gave up Game 2. And you also gave up Game 3. And then you came back in Game 4 and won Game 5. And then, gave up Game 6 and Game 7. But it's not about the obstacles that you did this year. And I'm not going to say, like, how other people say, like, when you try to go for a team, better luck next year. Fight hard for next year. Fight hard to get back what you worked for. Don't give up. Fight hard. I'm always saying these things on live just to, motivate teams, but I guess you don't see it because we're just a bunch of adults in New York and just being idiots sometimes.
I understand that. And what do you think about this? Vladimir, and they say there's no crying allowed in baseball. We've seen Kershaw cry, and we've seen also Kershaw cry, and we saw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. cry at the end of the game as the Blue Jays lost. But he admitted the Dodgers were a better team. They outplayed us, and they won fair and square. But we will be back next year.
And whoever says Dodgers trying to ruin baseball, nah. You gotta play hard for gotta know hard and play roll for that biscuit. You gotta win it for that biscuit. You gotta play to win that World Series. When you're in a championship game, you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
And also, the Dodgers are back-to-back champs for the first time in over 25 years that we've seen that.
Let me just say this. When the Yankees did it, you didn't say Yankees are ruining baseball. So what makes you think, the LA Dodgers are ruining baseball? The Dodgers did what the Yankees did. So neither of those two teams ruined baseball. You know what it is, Brandon? I think it's because they were mad because the Dodgers beat them in the World Series last year, and they won it back-to-back.
Also, because they also spend a lot of money on free agents. That's why. And
boo-hoo! The freaking Eagles did that too in the last year's season when they beat the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. You don't hear me complaining.
I understand that.
It's called playing smart. It's called playing smart. You're actually... That's what we did. We outsmarted the Kansas City Chiefs. So, what's the big deal?
And what do you think of this Vladimir Guerrero Jr. showing a lot of emotion after losing the game and their season being ended? And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was spotted crying, but he also said, congrats to the Dodgers. They outplayed us. They played better baseball, and they just were better. They were the better team in that. We will be back next year.
Oh, heck no. They gave me apple. They didn't give me pumpkin.
Well, what do you think of what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. did? as I was saying.
What's it done with blood? What I have to say is, he has valid points. He has a lot of valid points. But the thing is, they didn't give up. That's the more positive side. They didn't give up.
And you got to admit, they were the best comeback team in baseball this year.
They were. I'm not going to doubt that.
And what do you think about the Dodgers? Do you think they're building a dynasty, or are they already a dynasty team?
I mean, that's actually a good question. I think they're trying to build even better dynasty team. If you look at it, they already were a dynasty team, but I think they're trying to build a more stacked on dynasty team. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what do you think of this? That Freddie Freeman is a 3-time World Series champion, and Mookie Betts, literally this, is a 4-time World Series champion, and this, he joins David Ortiz, Derek Jeter, and A-Rod for the most World Series champions by an active player in history. And literally this, he can't believe it. And Jeter said, congrats. And Mookie's like, I don't even think I deserve to win. When he does, and he plays great defense, great offense, and he says, put me at any position, shortstop, second base, outfield, put me in any position, and I'll do it for the team. Then Mookie Betts said that. And what do you think of that history that he joined?
Spot on. Spot on.
And, like, what do you have to say to that? That he says, put me in any position for the team, and I'll do it.
I mean, he's taking it for the team.
And what do you think about Freddie Freeman, 3-time World Series champion? And he wants to be remembered as a great teammate and a leader, not as a great player.
He deserved that value, in my book. He definitely deserved that one.
And this, what do you think of it? Magic Johnson is a co-owner of the Dodgers, and he now has 18 championship rings with the Lakers and his NBA career, and now 3 World Series championships as a co-owner of the Dodgers.
I mean, you're late on that. I've been used to co-owner of the Dodgers.
No, I'm saying, what do you think of that?
I already knew he was, and it's actually because he's not only just a co-owner of the Dodgers. I heard he's a co-owner of the Lakers too.
I know, that's what I just said. But what do you think of him being a 3-time champion with the Dodgers too? And added 18 to his resume.
Amazing.
And what do you think of it that he still jokes around with A-Rod and Jeter and David Ortiz saying, I'm still mad at you about your team beating my team? What do you think of that they still joke around with each other like that?
No. Kind of funny.
But what do you think about this? What is your thoughts? The 2025 season is over. And now it's the off season. Free agents are starting. And free agency has begun, and now teams can sign and win. And about these seasons overall, what do you think of it?
It's kind of crazy because it's an any go scenario. Like, people can sign with whoever they want.
That's true. And what do you think about this? Cal Riley's historic season. They will announce the MVPs in the next 3 weeks between Aaron Judge and Cal Riley. Cal Riley, first catcher to hit 50 home runs in a season. first catcher to hit 60 home runs in a season, joining Barry Bonds, Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, Aaron Judge, and literally this, have over 136 RBIs, and even though batting 248, and then Aaron Judge batting 331, winning the batting title, the first time a player has won the batting title while batting 331, while hitting 53 or more home runs in a season. And what do you think of that MVP race between Cal Riley and Aaron Judge?
They both deserve it.
And what do you think of this? What do you think of Clayton Kershaw? He literally announced his retirement in August, and he said, I was considering retiring last year after winning the World Series, but I wanted to win one more and play healthy. And literally this, and he got to play in his last World Series, and what Jeter said, you got to end your career in the best way possible, winning a World Series championship. What do you think of Kershaw and what he did and what Jeter said to him?
Jeter's not wrong, and Kershaw did the right way. I mean, if he didn't win one more, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's just like, I'm just grateful for at least an athlete, whatever you call it, sports player, whatever you call it. I'm not going to call it athlete anymore because I can't pronounce right now. I can't even speak right now.
It's okay.
I'm grateful for Kershaw to win his last World Series and retire happily.
And what do you think of it that he finishes with three Cy Young awards and literally this, 3,052 strikeouts, an MVP, Triple Crown Award, Gold Glove, and 11 All-Stars and over 250 wins, and a 3-time World Series champion. And this, even though he's dealt with injuries, he has 4 kids, but he now has a 5th kid on the way.
Dang, 5th kid?
5th. 5.
How many more does he need?
But what do you think of that, of his career, though?
Yeah, he's going to start Daniel Brady bunch in that family.
But what do you think of his career highlights, I was saying?
Amazing.
And what do you think of it? Over 3,052 strikeouts. And next stop, he has to wait 5 years to be, because they say in baseball you have to wait 5 years to get onto the Hall of Fame ballot. But everyone knows he will be in the Hall of Fame in the first ballot. What do you think of it, that he will be getting into the Hall of Fame?
I mean, if he does, then people are pissed on people.
Jeter, everyone thought Jeter was going to be unanimously in the Hall of Fame, and one person decided not to vote for Jeter, and he was 1 vote shy of being unanimous, and everyone's like, who's the dick that didn't vote for Derek Jeter? What do you think of that?
Insane.
And what is your thought about how we saw so many historic things happen in baseball this year? And what is your thought of the thought of the season so overall and the season ending like this in a 7-game series of the World Series?
How many innings did we even have last night?
11 innings last night.
I thought it was going to be like that night where it ended at 3 in the morning on Tuesday.
I was literally up for that game, but you were saying about your thoughts.
I mean, we could have had worse. That's all I can say. We could have had so many injuries, but no, we had a great season of the World Series with 0 injuries, so that's kind of good.
Well, no, remember with Springer, but he played through it and he was able to stay healthy.
Yeah, so it wasn't really injury. He was just being a little baby boy.
And what do you think about that incident where the bench is cleared?
Oh, that was insane.
Where the Dodgers hit the guy, but also they admitted they did not try to hit him. They just lost control of their pitch. And literally the Blue Jays accused them of trying to hit their players on purpose. And the Dodgers were like, we didn't try that at all.
I feel like, okay, so if you look at it, all you got to do is replay, and you can see if the ball is not gripped right, and it is intentionally.
And they did do that, and they showed he didn't do it on purpose. And the Blue Jays got mad at that.
So it's either the Blue Jays are being crybabies because they haven't won a World Series in God knows how long.
Over 32 years.
Yeah, maybe not do it, cry about it because, or complain, because baseball is not about BSing and just complaining and whining, grinding. It's just like, all I gotta say is just shut up, play the game of baseball, and just have fun. That's all I gotta say.
That's true. Guys, now me and my friend Randy are going to be discussing WWE Saturday night's main event. Literally this. It was honestly really good, where we saw Cody Rhodes finally turns heel, and literally he used Drew McIntyre's head against the title to win the match. He finally turns heel, and honestly, I'm excited for his heel run, because literally Cody Rhodes, he has been a great champion, but he needs that heel run also. We haven't seen him being heel since he was with Randy Orton. And literally this, also we did see Cody Rhodes beat Drew McIntyre to retain his championship. Then we saw Dominic Mysterio versus Penta and Ruseve. And we saw Penta and Ruseve start to dominate. Then Dominic Mysterio pulled a lot of sneaky tricks, and he beat them and everything. And literally he tricked them both, and he still made a lot of tricks, and he won the match and retained his championship. I think we're going to get John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. We're definitely going to get that, where John Cena beats him to become a Grand Slam champion. Also, we did see a special announcement. The Last Time Is Now tournament will be starting next week, where we'll have superstars from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, even from other places that we don't even know, literally will be in this tournament to determine who will be John Cena's final opponent on December 13th in Washington, D.C. at Saturday night's main event. And I'm excited for it, because literally this means me and Randy will be seeing this tournament happen literally on November 17th in Madison Square Garden for John Cena's final Raw in New York City. And literally this, I'm excited for that. And also we did see Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cardil. And literally Jade Cardil definitely won the match. She won the match fair and square. And she went after Tiffany Stratton's injured knee. And literally this, she beat Tiffany Stratton to become the new WWE Women's Champion. And literally this, I hope her championship goes well, but her reign as champion goes well. But honestly, I don't think it's going to. And I want to say congrats on beating Tiffany Stratton. It took you a lot of guts and strength to beat Tiffany Stratton. And literally, Tiffy, I hope you do get your championship back. And then we saw, for the final match, we saw CM Punk versus Jey Uso. CM Punk is now a 7-time World Heavyweight Champion. Let's go. Congrats to CM Punk on becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. And literally, he did it without being interrupted or cashed in or anything. And no members of the Vision literally came out and destroyed CM Punk or Jey Uso or disrupted the match, which is a good thing. And here's my friend Randy to discuss his thoughts on the WWE, and also football starts today very soon. Friend Randy to discuss his thoughts on WWE Saturday night main event.
Yeah. I expected Freddie to become a heel. He's a heel.
Yep.
Yeah, I was at work, and I said to my boss, or my manager at the time, and he says, about damn time he turns heel. So, his first run as a heel, he turned on his tag partner, Crash Holly, hardcore legend Crash Holly, to join the legacy with Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase Jr. with the Hall of Fame, Ted DiBiase Sr. And then Ted DiBiase left the WWE for, other reasons,
Yeah.
And we don't discuss why. He wanted to do other routes, and then he got legal issues and stuff like that, so we don't talk about that.
That's true.
And then the next thing, he was teaming up with Damien Sandow before he was like Mizdow, and then that was his last heel turn was this Damien Sandow, and then with Stardust, which we don't talk about Stardust.
That's true.
That was his last. That was his very last as like a weird heel turn when he turned heel on his brother Goldust. Which not a lot of people know that Cody's brother is Goldust, which is now going by the Nightmare Dusty Rhodes on AEW.
That's true.
I'm not a big fan of AEW, but the reason why his brother left WWE was because WWE released Goldust and I think Cody got fired. Or no, he quit and he walked out. He quit, he walked out. He went to TNA. He did a bunch of indies. He won the title on TNT title on AEW, and then he left AEW. And a lot of AEW fans were mad because he was a co-share owner on AEW, and then he just left and came back to WWE.
That's true. But what did you think of the match between him and Drew?
Amazing.
And what do you think about this? The way he won the title and retained it.
He's a heel. About dang time.
Do you think it was time?
Yeah.
And what did you think about the match between Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cardil?
Well, here's the thing. Only way Jade was gonna win that was that before the match, you target her knee, dude. That's the only way. She's not gonna win it fairly because she can't beat Tiffany Stratton.
That's true. You're right about that.
And then she had to take the easy way out.
That's true. But what do you think of Tiffany Stratton giving it her whole haul and not giving up?
She's a fighter, not a quitter.
I totally agree with you on that. And what do you think about this? About the match between Dominic Mysterio versus Penta and Ruseve?
I had a feeling Dominic was going to win, though.
And what do you think of the tricks he pulled against Ruseve that pissed him off and Penta?
It's insane.
And what is your thought about CM Punk versus Jey Uso? And Jey didn't turn heel yet.
Oh, he's going to.
What do you think of it now? CM Punk is the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. And he won without any interference.
I mean, there was a lot of people think there was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to happen.
And what do you think of it now as him as champion? Do you think he's going to be champion for a long time?
I think so.
And what do you have to say to CM Punk?
Congratulations, CM Punk. I'm happy for you to be champion again.
And what do you have to say to Seth Rollins? He actually said something. He's like, that's my title.
You snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose.
And what do you think about the NFL right now? We saw a lot of NFL players at the Saturday night's main event. And now we have the Giants playing the 49ers. And the Giants are doing pretty well with getting yards on the 49ers.
Wow.
And what do you think of the 49ers this year? They have the same record as the Eagles and the Bills and the Steelers.
Sounds good.
And what do you think about my dad's team, the Steelers, this year?
Aaron Rodgers doing amazing.
Wow, that was a great play by the Giants rookie to get that first down near the goal line. Tracy Jr.
Yeah.
I can't remember his first name, but what do you think about the Eagles this year, Randy?
Yeah, I mean, they're good.
And what do you think? The Eagles made a trade for a CP from the Chargers.
Nice.
What do you think of that? And they gave up. There was a rumor they were going to give up Saquon Barkley, but the Eagles said no, we're not getting rid of him.
Not bad.
And what do you think of them saying to them, we're not going to get rid of Saquon?
Because I think they should not, because, like, he's an asset to our team.
That's true.
And I think he's liking it in Philly. So why would you get rid of someone who's having a fun time in Philadelphia?
That's true. You're right about that.
And he's also getting a lot of yardage in runnings.
That's true.
Well, I'm going to say this about damn time, Cody turning heel.
And there's still a rumor Dean Ambrose is going to be coming back to WWE for a Shield reunion, possibly. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
What would your reaction be? Because you met Dean Ambrose.
I gave him a fist bump. I gave Roman Reigns a fist bump at WrestleMania 30. It was cool.
How will you feel if he comes back?
I mean, his contract is not up in AEW.
It is?
It's not.
Oh, dang.
His contract has to be up. I mean, he can probably just, like, say, I don't want to be with AEW, and he'll leave. But, like, if he doesn't do that, then he's still with AEW.
That's true.
He can do what Andrade did with AEW and WWE. He left AEW and went to WWE, and then left WWE and went back to AEW.
That's true. That's true. And what do you think about The Miz and Carmelo going at each other now?
I did not expect that.
After The Miz kept taking control of Carmelo, and Carmelo confronted The Miz. And what is your thought about, just in general, about how with WWE, but also with the NFL, where we're seeing the Buffalo Bills doing much better this year?
Insane.
And what is your thought about this, Randy? About the, what do you call it? The Giants got a touchdown by the rookie again, by the 49ers, and they're beating them by a score of 6-0 right now.
Nice.
And what is your thought about this? About the Giants are predicted to have a better season this year than last year. Do you believe that or no?
What?
Do you think the Giants will have a better season this year?
I don't think so, no.
What do you think about this? They're saying it looks like we may get a Bills-Eagles World Super Bowl match. Because right now, the Bills and Buccaneers and the Eagles and the 49ers all have the same record.
Oh, that's kind of true.
What do you think of that?
Insane, dude.
And what's your thought of the NBA right now?
Kind of good, but, like, it's kind of mid right now because of everything.
Yeah. And what do you think of this? They showed at the Knicks game and Celtics game, Aaron Judge and his wife, Devin Williams, Cam Schlittler, the rookie from this year, and Carmelo Anthony were all at the game and spotted at the games, having fun. And they were all talking about how they can be better Hall of Fame players and future.
Yeah. I mean, I I feel like because Allen Iverson's a Hall of Famer and he has no rings. I feel like in any sport you can be a Hall of Famer and have no championship, no rings. Allen Iverson has no championship, no rings. He may made it to the finals on one occasion against Michael Jordan and lost, but like he has 0 rings and a 0 championship, but like 0 MVP in the NBA Finals. But like, what is that going to identify you as the greatest player in the NBA or the greatest player in any sport? You know, like
That's true. You're right about that.
like a ring and a trophy is just a prop to that sport. But like at the end of the day, like yeah, it would be nice to put that to your resume as your Hall of Fame resume. But will that make your life be remembered of everything you've done in like history? No. If you put up the stats, you made it to this many World Series, but never achieved it. You could be like, the only thing you say, like, hey, I achieved making it to the World Series. That's all I have to say.
That's
or hey,
true.
I have achieved making it to like 8 straight executive of NBA Finals. That's an achievement to you. But like a trophy, nah, that's just a prop.
I understand that totally. And what is your thought about how a lot of baseball players are being spotted at basketball games and hockey games just to have fun? And fans are trying to get their autographs, but the players are still doing them, but they're also saying they just want to have fun with their families after a long season. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, yeah. It's kind of fun playing sports. It's kind of fun doing whatever you gotta do, but like, just gotta follow your passion.
Yeah. And what is your thought on this? About there's a rumor President Trump will be at John Cena's final match in Washington, D.C. on December 13th. And a lot of people are saying it should be an honor to have him there, but also a lot of people are saying keep politics out of WWE. I'm like, he's not bringing politics in. He's just trying to have fun. What's your thought on that?
Well, it's not bringing politics because he was a former member of the WWE before he was the president. So
and he was inducted into their Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so he's a Hall of Famer, so he's allowed to come to WWE events. So keep your politics out of freaking wrestling, but just they're known to you, motherfuckers. There's politics in the backstage politics, so like locker room politics.
True, and what do you think of it? Do you think it will be an honor to have him at John Cena's final match?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything about politics in here. I'm just saying this. If Trump wants to go, because he is a Hall of Famer, that's his choice.
And he says he loves WWE.
But it's that, even though he's a Hall of Famer, it doesn't mean he's bringing politics to WWE. Did he say I'm going to hold the mic and say, I'm going to make WWE great again? No, he's not saying that. He wants to be there to support John Cena, dude.
That's true. That's true. Me and my friend Randy are going to be discussing the news about Wander Franco. My honest opinion, literally it's just sad. He ruined his career, and he literally was on pace to having a Hall of Fame career. And he literally is the worst human being ever. And literally, Tampa, if I were you and if I were your owner, I would just do this. Release him from the contract. Do not let him get paid any more of the money from your organization, because you literally already apologized for hiring a player like him. And literally MLB, just ban him from the sport already and release him from the contract, and do not let him try to come back to baseball. That will be the biggest FU to baseball and the fan base. That will be the biggest FU ever. And I want to say this will be the biggest screw you to baseball if they let him come back in. That will be the biggest screw you. And literally I think this MLB needs to get him out and do not let him try to come back. And also, you hear the news that President Trump may go to John Cena's final match. I agree. A lot of people don't like him. But literally he went to the Yankees game on 9/11 to show that we are united and that we will never let anyone take our freedom away. And literally he literally showed that we were united on 9/11. And literally he got a big standing ovation. He was there to have fun. And now he wants to go to John Cena's final match to have fun. Literally just let him be at the match, let him have fun, because literally he's a Hall of Famer for the WWE and he loves WWE. Here's my friend Randy to discuss his thoughts on the news about Wander Franco and what the Rays should do. My friend Randy. So Randy, what do you think about the news about Wander Franco?
I did not expect that, though.
Do you think the Rays should release him from the contract?
Yes, they should.
And what do you think of this? The Rays have been afraid to sign a player to a long-term contract since that whole thing happened with Wander Franco. And he broke, apparently, his rule. If he spoke or had intent to hurt them, he should be sent to jail, and the judge is not doing anything.
Tyrants.
What do you have to say to that judge?
That judge is a tyrant.
And what do you have to say to MLB if they bring him back?
I'm not watching baseball ever again. I'm sorry. I will never wear any baseball jerseys of the MLB ever again. I'll never buy a hat. I'll never buy your merch again. Even if I see a family member give me a merch, I'll burn it.
I understand that.
Until you squash and ban him from the contract, then I'm not going to watch your baseball again.
And what do you think about this? The Tampa Bay Rays are afraid to sign anyone to a big deal. Do you understand why the Rays are afraid?
Yeah.
And what would you do if you were the owners of the Rays?
Why would you freaking do that, dude?
Like, would you release him from the contract? And MLB just tweeted out, Wander Franco has officially been banned from baseball, finally.
Yeah.
And what do you think of this? Garrett Cole is returning next year. He's fully healthy. What's your thought on that, Randy?
I mean, it's kind of stupid, but, it's whatever.
And what do you have to say to Garrett Cole returning from injury after missing this whole season?
Welcome back.
And what do you have to say to this? The Mets are going after more free agents after spending almost $800 million on Juan Soto, and they didn't even make the postseason.
That's insane.
And what do you think? Juan Soto says, I want to be back with the Yankees. What's your thought on that?
You fudged up, you idiot.
And what do you have to say to Juan Soto?
You fudged up.
And what do you have to say to this? To SML?
Hey, Logan from SNL. Where's my custom Randy puppet? You want to see my pencil? You want to see it? Hi, my name is Wendy. See, it says it on my hand. Wendy. It says I'm a good boy. Can I stick my pee-pee in some Cheerios? Boy! Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy. Why is the sky blue? Why is my crayon yellow? Why is my pencil yellow?
And what do you have to say to Draft Night Mark and Joe's McFly?
Join our lives, dude.
And what do you have to say to this? Joe's McFly actually joined our live in the comments last night.
Nice.
But he didn't say anything. What do you have to say to him? Because you're a Red Sox fan, but you respect the Yankees.
Did he even say anything to me?
He didn't. He asked... He said, who's that guy in McDonald's? Because I feel like I've seen him on your sports interviews before. Where he wore a David Ortiz jersey.
Yeah, good old day. Sorry, dude. I'm a Red Sox fan / Mets fan. It bums me out that Mets took Juan Soto because Juan Soto wanted to be a crybaby, so now the Mets got to deal with him.
But what do you have to say to Joseph McFly about you respecting the Yankees?
Oh, yeah, I respect the Yankees. I wanted them to get back to the World Series and have a rematch with the Dodgers, to be honest.
Do you think they will next year?
Hopefully, unless the goddamn freaking Toronto Blue Jays make it back to the World Series.
And they showed a lot of toughness this year. And I want to say thank you for doing this sports interview. This will be going on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I will be going live on YouTube very soon. So come and join. And what do you have to say about that?
Like, subscribe, post that notification, and comment down below. If you didn't know, now you know. 4 letters, 1 word. Pipe bomb.
And I will be going live. Come and join.
I'll join.